In terms of cinematography, it was quite different than our other projects that we've been involved with. All of it handheld camera, all of it, or not like 95% of it outside. So really the work was not like a lighting standpoint. It was more like the logistics of the moving camera. It was more color dynamics in terms of like contrast with the costume and contrast with like the background, and in terms of like daylight and that sort of thing. So it was a good experience to have to try and shoot around a natural environment other than having to create something completely artificial to simulate reality. It was just a different thing to have to do, and I enjoyed that.
All right, once again the same. Face foot. So here's what's gonna happen.
This role absolutely kicked my ass. It really did. I was horribly sick the whole production. I had a wicked cold. Running through the woods, getting thinking back on it now, it even still pains me. Falling in creeks, getting stabbed in the hands, getting my arms like cut up with shrubbery attacks left and right. Humid, bugs everywhere, running left and right, you know. But it was a really enjoyable experience.
Do I need to look at him or anything? Or just...
Oh no, yeah, you're not looking at him, because if you did, you would see that he got a knife ready to take you out. So yeah, you start by following him, Shane.
Yep.
Action.
Son of a bitch.
An attack!
That'll be our title, our credit sequence. With like Moonlight Sonata playing as the credits roll over this beautiful sunset.
Say it, Ryan.
That's a rap on Run. That was douchey. That was so douchey. No, yeah. That's a rap on Run. That's a rap on Run. Hey guys, guess what? That's a run on rap. Ha ha!
If I had one thing to do differently, I would say recast the lead. Just because you don't want a diva on, when you're making a movie. And if you're gonna be, a pain in the patootie, I don't want you around. We had to deal with it, of course, because we were stuck. We had no one else. So it's kind of like, all right, well, let's just get through this and we'll all be friends, maybe afterwards. I haven't spoken to Shane since. So yeah, I mean, he always came hungover. You can see when he's unconscious lying there, he was half unconscious anyway. He was on so many pain medications. When casting this, because I think that's a big issue with casting. We were writing this, I mean, in the back of my head, I always kind of thought, oh, Shane could probably do this. But as we continued to write it, and we just kept putting this man in more and more crap, I'm talking to Dan, I said, I know not a single person who would do this but Shane Collins. And that's the truth. I don't know enough actors, and the actors I do know, no way would they have done the stuff that Shane did. He was every single day constantly running over and over and over again. He was in that cold creek, he had to fall in the creek. I think he had a cold. He was sick the entire shoot, and he just got progressively worse as the shoot wore on. And he never once complained. He got stabbed in the hand during the fight sequence with the ground hunter. And he shrieked out, he had this thing sticking out of his hand. We literally just kept shooting. I don't know anyone else who would have done that, seriously. So yeah, no, Shane was the secret weapon of Run. I'll take that to the grave.
That's a tough question to answer. Kind of have to think that through.
If I was in the man's position, I would have most definitely run. Just because, like, we were trying to, and originally in one of the earlier drafts of the script, when he heard the scream, he went and he was like a hero. Oh, there's a scream, I better help this, defenseless woman. No one would ever do that.
I would like to say that I would not be as much of a coward as he is initially, but I know that's wrong. Because the scenario that this guy's just shoved into, any rational person would flip out and run away. And the way the whole scenario plays itself out, I doubt that I would even change my mind and run back.
Obviously, I would like to say I would go towards the scream. However, given the many, many hurdles that we throw in the path of this protagonist,
If you wake up alone in the woods, shoes everywhere, just hanging, and you get a note that tells you to run.
Being attacked left and right by these creatures, hearing screams in the distance.
you hear screams, you already suffer from panic attacks, and you don't have any of your medication. You wake up in the woods alone, barefoot of all things.
You're gonna beat feet. You're gonna get out of there. Like, you would not try to be a hero. I hope that there's some sense of realism in that notion that this guy is like a normal, everyday human being who's weak. And I hope we portrayed that, and we did that justice. But yeah, I would run. Screw Lynn.